Alright, now we're going to talk about the weight calculation sheet. Sheet is very often used in our company. Basically, this can be downloaded from rmtdubai.com. Go to my website. Go to our website over here, rmtdubai.com. Over here, and then calculate weight. Click over this link, then you say open, it will open, and you will land up over here on this sheet. Alright, so you see over here, this is plate, flat bar, sheet, plate, flat bar. Now basically all these three items, the formula for the calculation is going to be same, because they are basically of same. Like flat bar is a plate with lesser width, sheet has the smaller length and width, a plate has bigger length and width, right? Flat bar is almost of the same length like a plate, but the width is very small. And just show you the pictures. Hold on a second. Now here, how do you use this sheet? It's very easy. Even a 5th standard or 6th standard guy can do it. Now, since I need to cover the entire walkthrough, alright, just put the thickness of the sheet over here. Sheet, plate, or flat bar, whatever you call it, put the thickness over here. Here is the width. Remember, width is in mm, and you have to be careful. For example, you have a plate of 2 meter by 6 meter, for example, and thickness is 3 milli. So you put 3 milli over here. 2 meter is 2000 mm. Length is 6 meter. Enter. So this is the weight, 20 kg. Now something very interesting is if it is aluminum alloys, any of them, then the weight is 3 milli, 2 meter by 6 meter, 97 kg only. Well, that's okay. Now this can be ignored totally, even this aluminum, and we mostly concentrate over here, stainless steels and carbon steels. Okay, so similarly in the coil, you just need to put the thickness and the width. Okay, let me just show you how do they look like. How do they look like? And you say coils, for example. Sorry, we are into plates now. Oh, I'm sorry, not these plates. Steel plates. Right, these are the steel plates. So to calculate the weight, basically, if we're using our sheet, we need the thickness and the width and the length. Alright. Similarly, you can see the sheets. Sheets are something like this over here. These are the sheets. Now there are plenty of types of sheets. We are not gonna go in details at all. So as you advance in your career, you will learn more and more about it. I say over here the hot rolled and cold rolled sheets, and there are corrugated sheet and galvanized sheets, GI sheets, aluminum sheets, copper nickel sheets, and Inconel sheets, and hell lot of sheets. So just fundamentals. Today is the day of only the fundamentals, initial classes. Okay, and let me show you flat bars. Flat bars are like this. Steel flat bars. Now this is what flat bars look like. Fine. Alright. So you need thickness, you need width, and you need length, whether it's flat bar or it's plate or sheet. And if it is, for example, 4 feet by 8 feet, now these are very common dimensions which you need to remember. 4 feet by 8 feet is 1.22 meter, that is 1220, and 8 feet is 2.44 meter, and this is 3 milli. However, I advise you to remember some of the very common weights of 1 milli thickness. Alright, so what will happen is, whenever you get an inquiry for, say for example, 3 milli or 4 milli or 5 milli or 10 milli, 20 milli, you just need to multiply that weight, that particular weight of 1 milli sheet with that thickness. Now let me explain you. Take this notepad. Alright, now you need to remember the following dimensions. 1 mm by 4 feet by 8 feet. And this I remember is actually 23 kg. But I'll tell you why we need to remember this. I'll just show you here. 23.22. So 23.5, no problem. 23 kg approximate. Now you better remember, now for example, you get an inquiry for 5 milli sheets. 5 mm, 4 feet by 8 feet sheets. Now the weight of this is, you don't need to come over here on this sheet and put 1220, 2.44 and then 5 and then get it. You can get it instantly by just calculating 23 into 5 into 5. I guess it is 115. Right. Similarly, you remember 2 meter by 6 meter. I think it's 93, but let me verify. I'm not sure. Yep, 93. This is 93. So if you get an inquiry for 3 milli, 2 meter by 6 meter, so you simply multiply 93 into 3. Whatever. Alright, so some of them you need to remember, which are mostly common, so that will basically speed up your calculations, and that's very important. This 21st century is all about speed. Whoever makes it quick gets the order and is the winner. So when it comes to pipe chart, I recommend you to remember the schedule standard and axis and some of the very common thicknesses. Alright, this is coil. Now the coil is interesting. Steel coils. This is a typical coil, and coils are always traded in tonnage. So you can also cut the coil to the sheets or the plates, whatever. So it's something like buying wholesale basically. Yeah, you know, buy a lot of sheets, so you can buy a coil and cut it into sheets. Then come over here. You just need the thickness and the width. You basically get kg per meter. Okay, say for example it is 2 mm coil and the width is 1500, 1.5 meter. So you get basically 23.4 kg per meter. If it's carbon steel, or the stainless steel, you get 23.7. So you have an inquiry for, say for example, 50 meters. Normally it's in tonnage basically, but assuming that it's in meters, so you need to multiply 50 into 23.7. you'll get it. So you get, for example, 50 to 23.7. You get 185 kgs. So say the price is, for example, $1,000 per ton. So you multiply this, it's going to cost you 1185 USD. Similarly, if you get an inquiry for coils in tonnage, like for example somebody wants 100 tons of coil. If someone wants 100 tons of coil, steel coil for example, steel coil. So, and the thickness is 2 mm. The width is 1500 mm is the width. Okay, 2 mm thick. 1500 mm is the width. Alright, so the question is, how many meters are you going to give? Going to give, right? So as you know, per kg is 23.7 kg per meter. So the output is basically kg per meter. Now this guy wants 100 tons, that is 100,000 kg. That is divided by 23.7. Okay. That is 4219.4. So you'll basically give him 4219. So let's make it a round figure. 4220 meters. 4220 meters. So you'll be offering him 4,220 meters. Okay. Is it clear? You can calculate the weight, and if someone gives you the total weight, then you can convert that into meters. You can decide how many meters you'll be able to give. So as you go on working, you'll probably better understand. At the moment, other story is just basics, fundamentals of steel, and you can go on improving later. Now come over here, round bar. Round bar is very simple. You have the dia and you need to put the meter and you will get the weight. For example, 45 mm dia, 1 meter is going to be weighing 2.8. Similarly, I'll take it short now. I'm not gonna go into huge details. You know how the round bar is going to look like. No need to say. Round bars are basically 6 meter long, and in this market they are usually from Viraj stainless steel, and carbon steel I'm not sure because I never had the chance to buy them. Square bars, you know how square bars are. You just need to put the dimension of one side. For example, 10 mm square bar is just put 10 over here, and meter is 6. You get the weight over here. 4.75 is stainless steel, 4.68 for carbon steel. Similarly for hex bar, say for example is 20 mm hex bar, put 20 mm, and so 6 meter long is going to weigh around 8.11. Similarly octagonal bar, say for example 10 mm octagonal bar, 6 mm is going to weigh 3.88. Oh, I have to cross check, man. Similarly, angle bar. Now, this is important. Yeah, with the